This week was a pretty laid-back one for game news, but some interesting stuff did happen, and we did see some rather unfortunate delays.
You still know how to make an entrance.
Any lead on Scarecrow?
We were tracking an unknown military vehicle speeding through Chinatown. It's the only lead we've had all night, but they gave us the slip.
To get the first delay out of the way, we have some unfortunate news about the next Legend of Zelda. We're sorry folks, but Legend of Zelda for the Wii U has been delayed out of 2015. The developers have apparently seen a new angle for the game, and they want to take it further. At this point, there's no telling when Zelda for the Wii U is coming out, but it's coming from Nintendo, so we can have some hope that it'll at least be a good game. I'd much rather have it when it's ready than have it when it's not. I can't say for certain how big these changes to the game are, but they're apparently big enough that Nintendo has cancelled its E3 2015 appearance of the new Zelda. The other frustrating delay is for Batman: Arkham Knight, although this delay seems to be more for the sake of polish than for overhauling features that we don't know about. Batman: Arkham Knight has been delayed out to June 23rd. Rest assured that is June 23rd, 2015, at least for now. While the delay is a little bit disappointing, the developers did have the courtesy to release a new gameplay video. In short, it looks good. The part where the Batmobile shows up, in particular, is impressive.
Of Unit 247.
Already working on it. How's my dad doing?
He's holding up.
Somehow, he always does. Okay, I'm sending through the squad car's location. Be careful. It's not looking good out there.
For countless ages, or at least countless ages in internet time, Halo fans have hoped that the game series would come to PC. Well, there is some good news about that. Halo 3, or rather, a free-to-play game built in the Halo 3 engine, is coming out on PC sometime soon. The game is called Halo Online. Apparently, it's only available in Russian. That said, if you speak Russian, perhaps on account of having played enough Dota 2, you'll want to get on this. While a free-to-play online FPS might not inspire confidence in the rest of the series coming to PC, there's always hope. If the Halo series were to come to PC, it would be a massive success. There wasn't a lot of fanfare around the announcement of Halo Online, but the little bit of information that did come out was enough to get the fans really excited. The release of Halo on PC, that is, the rest of the Halo series, would be fantastic. Well, that's enough daydreaming about Halo coming to PC, but if you're looking for a sci-fi game that's available to play right now, Ethereum has gotten a full release on Steam. In case you've not heard of Ethereum, it's a sci-fi RTS that was in beta last week for multiplayer only. This week, it's finally out. I confess, I have a copy of it, but I have to really get around to playing more of it before I give more impressions. However, from what I can tell thus far, it's a really great game. It looks good, it plays well, and it has a rather simple, streamlined, quick quality to it that I like. If fighting for resources in outer space isn't really your sort of thing, you might be happy to know that Infinite Crisis is finally out of beta. In case you've not heard of Infinite Crisis, all you have to know is that it's a MOBA featuring DC characters. Superman, Batman, the Green Arrow, the whole gang's there. Infinite Crisis is free to play on PC and currently available on Steam. I admit I have yet to try my hand at it. Though I've downloaded the game, I've been just a little bit busy this week, but I'm going to come back with my impressions, rest assured.
What do you fight for? Play now for free at infinitecrisis.com.
If you're not in the mood to be a superhero and you'd rather not do any rescuing, but rather be put in a position where you could use rescuing, you might want to check out Discourse. Discourse is a rather interesting looking game by Alchemy Labs in which you're a plane crash survivor. As I've said before and shall say again, I got my hands on a copy of this game, but I really need to get around to playing it. That said, the game's art style is absolutely fantastic, and the story sounds pretty interesting too. Be sure to stick with Blackman and Robin, as we'll have a review of this one very soon. You might be pleased to know that Broken Age has just received the release date of April 28th for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita. In case you've not heard of Broken Age, it's an adventure game from Double Fine featuring a boy and a girl living parallel lives in very different worlds. The boy, you see, is kinda trapped living on a space station with a very friendly maternal computer that's just a little bit overbearing. He doesn't get out much. At all. The girl, meanwhile, lives in a small village, and she is set to be sacrificed to some horrific monstrosity. Her sacrifice, you see, is supposed to keep the monster's rage at bay. In Broken Age, you play as both of these characters. It's a very interesting take on the adventure game, and it's definitely worth checking out if you own a PS4 or a PS Vita. Much like Kentucky Route Zero, Broken Age is being released in a series of acts. Act 1 and Act 2 are going to be available on the same day for PS4, PS Vita, PC, and other platforms.
It's not safe! Shame!
Why does a big company get to choose what music I listen to, or what movies I watch, or what TV shows I watch, or what game I get to play? They can't do that anymore. You can choose. So thanks everybody very much.
One game that I really loved when it came out for 3DS was SteamWorld Dig. Now, SteamWorld Dig is a Metroidvania that plays a little bit like a cross between, your traditional Metroidvania and Terraria. In SteamWorld Dig, you play a steampunk robot named Rusty. His uncle, you see, was a mining robot who died in some sort of accident, and you've headed out west to help pick up the pieces. Now, in SteamWorld Dig, there is some sort of mystery going on, but I'm not going to spoil what the story is for you. That said, SteamWorld Dig has already come to the 3DS, PC, and other platforms, but now, it's finally coming to the Xbox One. We don't have a release date for it quite yet, it's just set to come out sometime late in May.
SteamWorld Dig. A first-of-its-kind game.
The infinite running game Jones on Fire has just hit Steam. Jones on Fire was originally released for mobile devices. It's actually the prequel to the Metroidvania mystery game Hot Tin Roof. In Jones on Fire, you're not a cop, but a firefighter, and your goal is to save a bunch of cats from fire. Personally, I'm a big fan of Hot Tin Roof. You can expect a review from Blackman and Robin any day now. It's yet another game that our review is just a wee bit late for, but I've heard very good things about Jones on Fire. So if you're a fan of Hot Tin Roof and you're looking for an infinite runner set in the same world, check out Jones on Fire. Some rather interesting numbers have surfaced this week, specifically for Minecraft. The PC version of Minecraft has sold 19 million copies over its lifetime. I guess that's enough to make it a blockbuster. You get it? Because the blocks? Okay, yeah, I guess I should probably hang up my career as a comedian. On the topic of games and selling lots and lots of things, tickets for the International went on sale on March 27th, 2015, at 10 a.m. Pacific Time. At 10:06 a.m., these tickets were all sold out. The International, in this case, refers to the International Dota 2 Championships. There are really big prizes at stake. Dota 2 has grown as a game, and with it the community. In 2013, the International's prize pool was $2.8 million. In 2014, the prize pool was $10,931,000. The International is a really big deal for esports. If you'd like to know more about it, you'll definitely want to check out Free to Play. It's a documentary that follows the lives of professional Dota 2 players and their journey to the International. As you may guess, Valve has made Free to Play available to watch for free, legally, both on Steam, their service, and on YouTube. On the subject of Valve games, the fan-made Half-Life 2 update has just been released. It fixes various bugs and such within the game, and it also updates the graphics a bit. It's a free mod, and you can download it for Half-Life 2 on Steam right now. In other Valve-related news, Valve will be offering the HTC Vive for free to certain developers. The HTC Vive is a virtual reality headset being manufactured by HTC in conjunction with Valve. Right now it's still in development, and Valve is looking to get more developers on their side. If you're a developer and you're making games in virtual reality, you'll definitely want to hop on this. While we don't have any fresh news regarding Project Morpheus, that is the PlayStation 4's virtual reality solution, we do have some good news. The Yukimura update just came to the PlayStation 4. The Yukimura update brings the suspend/resume feature. This allows players to suspend games by putting the PlayStation 4 in rest mode and then pick up where they left off a little bit later. There's also the option to back up and restore the hard drive of your PlayStation 4 to an external USB drive. The update also brings improved accessibility options, which is really important. So it's possible to customize certain button assignments, there's a zoom feature for displayed pictures, inverted colors, and text-to-speech, along with several other important accessibility functions.
I was once a far strider.
This has been a pretty good week for mobile news. Sylvanas Windrunner has just been added to Heroes of the Storm, Blizzard's own MOBA. Her basic attacks stun minions, mercenaries, and towers. Additionally, the latest update also brings the Tomb of the Spider Queen map. In case you're unfamiliar with Heroes of the Storm, you should definitely check out our first impressions on blackmanandrobin.com right now. If you are familiar with Heroes of the Storm, you'll want to check out our advice for playing the Tomb of the Spider Queen map. In essence, Heroes of the Storm is a simple, stripped-down MOBA experience. It's a much faster-paced experience than Dota or League of Legends. There's no item shop, and your team levels up as a whole. It's very polished even though it's in beta. I've been having a lot of fun with it lately. Check it out if you can get in. If you use Twitch.tv, you're going to want to change your password. Apparently, Twitch.tv may or may not have suffered a breach sometime during the week. It's better to be safe than sorry. Update all your passwords and usernames, and remember, don't use the same password on every site. If you're a fan of Portal, then you might be happy to know that Portal 3DS has just been released. However, you might be a little bit less happy to know that this isn't actually an official version of Portal. Rather, Portal 3DS is a version of the original Portal DS, which in turn was a fan creation, not an official game. Right now, Portal for the 3DS is still being worked on. It's kinda buggy, but it's pretty cool. If you know how to run homebrew software on your 3DS, you can check it out at github.com/smealum/portal3ds. And now, a word from our sponsor.
Are you having problems with the IRS? Our trained professionals here at Wallen Associates have over 30 years experience helping individuals and businesses solve their tax problems.
Having tax issues, it's very scary. I was worried that we would lose our house. When I called Wallen Associates, they were able to meet with me in person, and I never had to talk to the IRS again.
Call now for a free consultation. We'll meet with you in person, face-to-face, at a local office near you.
Call now, 1-800-745-1210. We solve tax problems.
The critically acclaimed adventure game classic Siberia 2 has finally come to Android. Siberia 2, the sequel to the original Siberia, puts you in the boots of American lawyer Kate Walker. Now, for the sake of spoilers, I'm not going to say where Siberia 2 picks up, but if you played the original game, which is a really fantastic adventure, then you're definitely going to want to pick this one up for your Android device.
On a search for a crazy man.
Hans, you must rest now.
It took her all the way across Europe, through all its ruins and failed utopias. A strange journey that changed her life forever. There's been no news of Kate Walker for weeks. They say she's still out there, somewhere, far, far away, way up in the icy Siberian wilderness. They say Kate Walker will never come home again.
We have some news of an awesome game for an unusual peripheral. In case you've not heard of it, the Mayo armband is a system that allows you to control things with your arm movements. While it's not a very well-known piece of hardware, it is rather interesting, and there is some good software out for it. One of the games released for the Mayo armband this week is called Kaiju Carnage, and it's very interesting looking. I'll be honest, I don't know if this game is going to get a very big audience considering how few people actually own a Mayo armband, but all things considered, it does look pretty promising. Our last trailer this week is for a game called Wander. Wander is an MMO unlike any other you've played before. You see, in Wander, there's no combat. There's nothing to fight in the game. Rather, the whole thing is focused on exploration and narrative. This is definitely a game that I'll be keeping an eye on. It's not too often that you see an MMO try something so very different. Also, the trailer is really, really cool. Well, that's it for this week's game news. Be sure to follow at Blackman and Robin for all the latest reviews, previews, and interviews. And follow me at Jordan Cameron for my other views.
Achieved with CryEngine.
Tim Schafer, you just made $1 million in 24 hours. What are you doing?
I gotta make a game. Story about a boy and a girl, and they both have two different parallel stories going on, and the player can jump back and forth between them. A young girl who's been chosen for this big honor that she finds out is actually being sacrificed to a horrible monster in order to save her town. And her story is about choosing to break out of that arrangement. And then the boy has grown up alone on a spaceship that takes care of his every needs and creates entertainment for him and takes care of his food and his health and everything, but he's all by himself out in space.
how to repair hexapals?
As long as it is safe and free of conflict.
That sounds like a no.
I just escaped the Maiden's Feast, and now Mog Chothra is going to eat the town. You what?
While you've been drifting through the universe, war has been raging across the galaxy.
War? Between who?
Please unhook my underwear from the branch.
Sorry, I'm not going anywhere near your underwear.
Oh God, it's happening! They're coming!
I'm going to kill Mog Chothra.
Shay, where are you going? It's not safe! Shay!
Why does a big company get to choose what music I listen to, or what movies I watch, or what TV shows I watch, or what game I get to play? They can't do that anymore. You can choose. So thanks, everybody, very much.